What's up, man? My name is Jordan McCloud. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I just turned 29 in April. I'm 5'7". Stage weight somewhere between 215 and 220. Don't have an exact weight there. Somewhere in the heavies though. I just recently competed at the Flint Mid Michigan, April 24th. Was able to win the overall there, so that was really cool. That was my first overall. Being coached by Jason Arntz at the moment. He's from New Jersey. He's also a IFBB Pro, so it's been really cool. I started working with him about a year ago, and been able to make some really good changes for the stage, so it was an awesome start to the year. Going forward, we are 10 days out from Junior USA's, which is in Charleston, South Carolina. Right now, we are cutting back on carbs quite a bit, so today we didn't do a ton of volume. We went through shoulders and just some light touch-up on arms. We did some side laterals to start. From there, we went into some upright rows, and then we also did some front raises, superset, with some chest-supported rear delt flies as well.
It was a pretty quick workout, but are all your workouts usually that fast?
I would say the last 2 or 3 weeks, Jason's had me cut back most of my working sets from like 4 working sets to 3 working sets, and instead of doing 5 exercises, typically about 4 exercises. So we cut back a little on the volume. A little less spent on warm-ups, and again, really at this point, we're not looking to PR or anything like that. In the off-season, typically I'll train a little bit heavier, workouts a little bit longer. I typically like to do 5 to 6 exercises. I'm a big volume guy, 12 to 15 reps. And like I said, in the off-season, we have a little more gas in the tank. I typically...
Do you do like a push-pull thing, bud, or what do you do?
Nope, everything's pretty much isolated. My biggest focus this off-season with Jason for the last 8 months was hamstrings. So this was the first time that I did a direct, I guess, body part target. We did hamstrings every 5 days religiously for the entire year. So we were able to put some good size on those. Other than that, it was pretty much everything once a week. Quad day, back day, and then I'll typically pair my arms with shoulders and chest, and then work in calves and abs through the week.
Yep. What's your diet like off-season? What is it compared to now? Like, what are you...
Diet off-season, definitely a lot more food. Off-season gets to the point, we always laugh because it's as bodybuilders in the off-season, you eat so much you're sick of eating, and in prep, you're not eating enough and you complain about being starving. So off-season was definitely a lot more carbs. Protein was still high. I still do about 8 to 10 ounces of protein per meal. Even now, we've just pretty much slowly cut back the carbs as prep has went on. At this point, for the next 5 days, we'll be doing a pretty decent carb deplete. So I'll do about 3/4 cups of oats in the morning. I do 1 scoop of intra, which is rehab from my coach's line, I Prevail. And then I do 3/4 cup of oats post-workout and post-cardio. And then 1 cup of brown rice with my next meal, and then no carbs the rest of the day. So we have some fat sprinkled in through the evening. With some extra beef, and then also some whole eggs and some oil at night. But yeah, at this point, just carbs pretty much around training time, and that's it. We started basically the first week of January. We actually started a little bit soft this prep. I had a pretty bad shoulder injury right at the start of prep, actually messing around with my brother, not gym related at all. So I actually was a little nervous how this was going to turn out. We couldn't really do any pressing movements the first few weeks. But fortunately, I had Jason to just kind of say, you know what, we'll work around it and we'll keep going. I also have a super supportive girlfriend. She helps me out a ton, help keep my head straight. So that was a big thing, just pushing through that. And so yeah, we're coming up on 16, 17 weeks. I think it'll be about 18 and some change by the time we're done. So cardio started fairly light. We started with just 3 days a week. The most I've done was 6 days, every day but quad day, and 30 minutes on the stairs, and then we rotated the last 15 between the stairs and elliptical. Since the Michigan, we've cut back just a little on the cardio. We are going to bump it up a touch to finish this week, so 20 on the stairs and then 15 on the treadmill to finish.
Awesome. Will this be your first national show?
It'll be my second. I actually did North Americans in 2019. Just didn't peak how I wanted, so it was a little bit of a kick in the groin there. So just like I said, we recouped after the show. I ended up meeting Jason about 6 months after North Americans. We did a 7-month off season, then jumped into prep, and so far it's been awesome. So,
how did you get into this sport? What kind of made you go into bodybuilding?
Yes. Yeah, so growing up, I played 4 sports: football, basketball, baseball, soccer. I was very athletic. Actually was hoping to play college basketball, and just didn't pan out. So started lifting here and there just to stay in shape. And I ended up meeting a few guys that competed, talked me into doing my first show. I did the Ohio State Championship in 2014, weighed a whopping 185, but placed top 3 in both my classes, had a blast doing it. And then actually after that, I kind of transitioned into powerlifting. So I was lifting the big 3, squat, bench, deadlift, trained really, really heavy then. But as the old saying goes, you can't out-train a bad diet. I was also eating like a powerlifter, so I got pretty sloppy. And then over the years, I've just learned how to actually live and train and eat like a bodybuilder year-round, which translates into a much better prep and a much better physique on stage as well.
I think that's a natural progression. A lot of people jump into.
Yeah.
Go back and forth.
Yeah. It's fun to push the weights, and it's fun to kind of, bang in the gym. But at a certain point, you got to decide, do I want to look a certain way or do I want to move weight? And they are totally different sports. Yeah, at the end of the day. Right.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your training business, bud, and people are trying to get hold of you, stuff about that.
Yeah, awesome. So about 3 years ago, I really started taking on some more of like online clients. I know the industry is saturated with those now, but just some friends and family. And I've been fortunate over the last few years to be able to grow that into pretty much a full-time business. It's called McCloud Performance, so that's my last name. But I do online training and nutrition programs, whether that be your general lifestyle clients. I would say 85% of my clients are general lifestyle. I have quite a few police officers, military, guys that are just looking to be in shape. Want to train better, eat better, put on some muscle, but not necessarily looking to compete. And then I also have probably 5 or 6 competitors now, a couple first-time guys, which is what I'm more comfortable with at this point. I'm not looking to coach national level guys yet. I think that takes time to develop as a coach as well. So I have a few first-time guys, had a few guys do the Lieberman, and then I actually had one client do the Flint as well. He was able to win a couple master's classes and do really well. So yeah, I do that, and then I work at a supplement store twice a week as well. So pretty cool. Yeah.
Friends, family, sponsors, anyone you like to thank and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, my girlfriend Whitney, she's my biggest supporter. She helps me run the business. She's my training partner. She goes to the gym with me literally every single day. She's up at 5:30 doing cardio. She trains, she preps, she cooks my food. So she's definitely my sidekick. Like I said, I've mentioned a couple times, Jason Arntz. He's my coach this year. He's been a huge blessing in and out of the gym, and we also love his brand as well. And then I do want to shout out Bullfrog Nutrition. I work there. The owner's name is Paul Callahan. He's been a huge help with bodybuilding as well. And then fortunately, I have a huge support system around me with my clients, friends, family. So I'm very fortunate. But I would say those people right there have kind of been the driving force through this prep. So it's been pretty awesome. Yeah, huge support from the area. Toledo is really starting to get some fitness people, so it's kind of been cool, and I'm kind of hoping to maybe be the guy leading that pack. So really awesome. Yeah, man.
Well, congratulations. We'll definitely be following along and see how you do down there.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me out, man. It was honored to shoot with you.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.